starting to think that running late is just something I'll always be doing. But I'm going to be heading over to Bwana, a local Bowyer. Gonna look at getting a custom longbow made. I'm switching over to shooting a fair amount of traditional. I enjoy it quite a bit. Not gonna switch exclusively, but I have been shooting a lot more traditional lately than I have been shooting compound, so just another exciting day of a crazy person doing way too much archery stuff. But we're gonna head out there, see his workshop, take a look at options for woods and all the different things that he can do with the engravings and all that. So I'm gonna head on out and go check it out, get his kind of process going, and yeah.
See what you think. Which one do you like better? Let's see. This option there, this would be the limbs. That's his riser. It's going to be a one-piece bow, or those.
Ooh. Let's go back to the other one. Man, they're both sick. Is it the same type of wood? Or?
No, completely different woods. This one is the same as what this back piece is here.
Okay.
It's an ebony. That's ebony. This is what they call black limba. I actually had another one I was going to... the front part of this is what they call batik mango. So it's a mango burl. And I just cut up a bunch of limb laminations in curly mango. Yeah, so all the stripes in it.
Yeah. I mean, you can kind of see it even when it's dry. But
once you get the glue on it, then it jumps out.
It really pops out.
Yeah, and then it actually comes out better color-wise with. Let me film that for me, or take a picture real quick. Alright, let's send me this one. This is always fun for people when they're getting to go through the whole process, you know, pick every little piece out. And
oh yeah, it's like I know a lot of like the even the compound side of things. They have like the bow builder, you know, click on your customization, but has nothing on this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what color camo would you like?
Yeah. Controlled and everything else. Yeah. That way, when it comes time to use them. But I mean, there's so many different stuff in here from everywhere, from Africa, Brazil, Indonesia, Asia, some domestic stuff.
Have you ever been to? I think it's called the Woodshed.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to get some stuff when I build guitars too, and I used to get some of my maples from them. Al, before he passed, now his son has it. Jason has it now. Another burl.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So these things are usually not strong enough on their own, so we have to stabilize them.
It's burls are fairly brittle, aren't they?
They're
well, like it's basically just a knot, right?
Yeah, and a bunch of them.
Yeah, like a bunch of knots on top of each other.
Yeah, a crap load. You can see them right there. Crap load of them. So, yeah. So exactly. So what we do is we put them in a vacuum chamber, and we suck all the oxygen out of the wood, and it's in a chamber full of resin. And when we're done vacuuming all the air out, we release the pressure, and it pulls resin through it.
Okay.
And then we bake it, and it becomes a wood epoxy type deal, which
way stronger.
Way stronger. So it makes stuff that's unusable usable, like California Buckeye. This is one of the hotter ones, but there's no weight to it. Feel it.
Whoa, that whole...
That's, and I'll show you a piece that's actually been stabilized. Feel the difference on that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's usable. You know, like this, no way it'd be usable. Just not strong enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's.
I'm intimately familiar with Doug Fir.
Okay. Oh, and
this is one that Steve had over at the spot, and I'm a very impatient person.
Ebony and the Clairol walnut. That walnut's so freaking. Walnut, same thing. It's a stabilized wood. We have to stabilize because by itself, it's a light wood. It's strong, but it's stabilized and it helps it tremendously. It's been used in wood in bow making forever, but I go through and I stabilize everything now just to keep it as strong as possible, because you have to actually. Not sure if it looks. You gotta make sure you overdo stuff, because people have a tendency to
Kind of abuse it.
do shit they're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, it's probably that Buckeye, bro. I'm just trying. He's got
a few of them out there.
got a few of them, and I got.
They're probably from a while back too.
Yeah. Well, we got both. Yeah, he's got some newer stuff, some older stuff, some of the original stuff, which is nice because the original stuff put a lot more. You get a lot more bang for your buck on it, because the woods and stuff were just the best of the best, you know. And then you start working through all that stuff.
This one's like serial number 12.
Yeah. So you're like mine. My personal bows are my personal bow. I think my main bow's number 4 or something.
Oh,
like
nice.
that. And so that's what I still shoot today, even though we're up in the couple hundreds now with them on just that model. Every model we start with one. So it we've built thousands of bows, but each model starts at one, just to keep track of things, just to know, and not to inflate, or you see like 1001. Yeah. So, but
and it also kind of keeps track of each SKU or whatever you want to call it, like each.
Well, I keep track of
each line or type of. Like how each line is going, like one piece was that the
as far as which ones, the 3-piece is the biggest seller. The 1-piece,
I would imagine so.
1-piece,
well, that's what this guy
this is going to be a 1-piece. We do these in 2 pieces also. We call a locket socket, and they pop apart in the middle. I can show you. You want to?
Yeah.
Go ahead, grab your camera if you want to see. You're going to see stuff. You see all kinds of stuff. This is a locket socket here. So it comes in 2 pieces.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So you can for traveling. So makes a 1-piece bow easier to travel with.
Not necessarily like
so
the
something
diamond.
like so that would be like solid cocobolo.
Oh,
those are it's
wow.
There's both the same woods, but just the grains cut differently, so you get a contrast in the grains here and here from the center.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cocobolo. That's pretty.
And I think mine is cocobolo.
No, yours is
right?
Macassar ebony.
Oh, okay.
So yours is ebony like this. This one is ebony, and then it's got mango burl.
Okay, and that's like straight up like mangoes, like that you eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the burl of a mango there, and then that's the stuff I was showing you that I wet. That's the curly mango there.
So it's the same. That's pretty similar to what if that guy decides.
Yeah, depending on which one he's going to choose. So I might actually send him a picture of this so you can see, because these are the 2 woods
that
right here.
Kind of looking at.
Yeah, and he could see them darkened up like that. as opposed to me trying to wet it really quick. You know, I don't want to wet it with water because you don't want to introduce
more moisture
back into it. So.
And what are the differences between? Because I know obviously the Kufa is your kind of one piece, like that's like a self bow, right? It's more traditional because it's the one piece. A self bow doesn't have it's not backed with glass. Oh, so self bow is just one
all wood,
solid piece of wood.
Yeah, they take a piece of wood, they pick a grain line, go through it, and you have to keep that.
That's like the OG traditional.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the.
So not a self bow.
No,
but a one piece bow.
Yeah, we do laminated. We don't do the self bows or the and that would be all wood, maybe backed with sinew, something like that, or not backed at all. But that's where you'll see them out of they take a stave and whittle it down. There's some Mexican woods.
Ooh.
That's
what cool. Is that inlay or is that
these are just you can choose the different color lines. I have like 8 different colors I think of glass.
Oh, okay.
So that way and we go in 3, so that's black, white, black. And that's can be you can choose whatever you want. I got browns, blacks, grays, green. So you get a bunch of different colors to match up. That way you can personalize it more. But this is Cocobolo. That's Cocobolo on the outside. That's the Bacodi. So all these are Mexican woods.
Okay.
South American woods. Just giving you an idea of what some of these finished ones look like.
What about Manzanita?
I do have Manzanita outside. I have actually one piece I built out of Manzanita. It's extremely hard wood. Problem is, it's very it's a lot of twists in it. You can even see when you're looking at them. You can see how they, the trunks are twisting. When you cut those, there's so much stress in it, they end up cracking everywhere. I can show you that outside where I've gotten huge chunks of it. I mean, just big chunks of it, and maybe get a bow handle out of it. Gotcha. Because there's so much cracking in it. There's so much stress in it. So
pretty hard to work with.
It is, and it's hard to get. But I have a guy who actually gets it for me because he does all up in the foothills there. He does all the removal of it. There's a diamond or a ironwood. This is desert ironwood. What else?
You mind if I get some pictures of your pictures?
Oh yeah. Here's another.
So you hunt quite a bit then, huh?
Oh yeah. Here's one. This has got the ebony in your bow, and then this is Amboina bow.
Amboina?
Amboina, yeah. So, and Amboina comes from Indonesia, comes from Thailand. It's, but it's a burl just like with all the knots in it. Stabilize this one too. So those are some just different color options for you. So I'll show you back outside. We can look at whatever. Like I said, if you're looking for darker type stuff, or if you're looking for lighter type wood, there's my personal bow is the desert ironwood. You can see that's got a little bit shiny finish. It actually.
And is that a little bit of carbon right there?
That's carbon fiber there, just on the face. My original limbs for it were carbon fiber.
Oh, so you shoot longbow?
I shoot both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I go back and forth. So.
Because I know Steve, he's a recurve.
Yeah, he's shooting recurve, but we go back and forth. Most of the last, actually, I haven't even hunted with the longbow. The last few trips to Africa has all been recurve bow. So
okay.
And I just recently switched over to the longbow, just testing out a new limb design, and. So get the same speed as the recurve limb in a longbow.
Oh, so, sweet.
Yeah, so longbow.
And that's the ones you were telling me about that aren't the carbon fiber.
Yes.
But they're
really fast, yeah.
Right.
You're not at people, when we go to a traditional shoot. They're not as serious. You're up there shooting, having a good time, ribbing everybody, just talking while they're shooting, just to try to distract them. Where compounds are like, all right, everybody quiet. It's like you're putting in a golf tournament.
Golf, yeah.
Yeah. Even though it's got the crack in it, but getting usable manzanitas,
Very difficult.
I'm say almost impossible. And I get the pick of the litter with it. It just
It is what it is. Like,
yeah.
the wood is not ideal for.
No, it's a great hardwood. I mean, it's extremely strong wood, but it.
What about
Yeah,
for
but
the?
so you can see it checking right in there. So you can't sell that. I can fix it and make it where it's not going to be an issue, but still.
What about for like the limb lambs?
Well, the same problem. Getting a long enough piece of it that doesn't split. So this is the check I was talking about on that one right there. You can see it's from a darker knot part of the probably a limb coming off. So not a real big deal, but like I said, it's not something you can. We just can't sell that. Somebody wants something like that, we try to figure out a way to build them something out of it and make it usable, but we'd rather stay away from doing that just because somebody's going to see it down the road.
I want it.
well, that happens. They see it down the road, they want it, or they see it down the road and go, "Oh, they'll sell that." And yeah, so most of the time, like I said, the only reason I got that one going is because it's the guy who actually mines the stuff up in our foothills here, and the Shaver, North Fork, and all that. So Manzanita might be out.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is that. Yeah,
that's got some chatoyance.
Most all these do anything with a figure it'll move. If you look at it this way and then you turn it and look at it the other way, it changes.
Yeah,
and they will. They because you're seeing the darker side here, you can turn it here and you'll see the lighter side. So they all have that shimmer to them, and that iridescent look. Some have a cross-linking in the grain, like the Bubinga will have cross-linking in the grain where it's not just the linear grain. There's grain coming sideways that links it together. So, but yeah, that's Palmelli Bubinga, very beautiful wood.
Yeah.
That's a Palmelli Bubinga too. Same thing. Just it's not cleaned up yet, but so it has like the little bird's eyes in it. And then it gets the ripple effect to it. So it's just
depending on which side you go with.
Just a different type of figuring in it. So it's kind of like a cross between your bird's eye, and then getting some of that flame in there too. Oh yeah,
I'm kind of.
I'll show you.
Since I can't have Manzanita,
yeah,
that Bubinga is pretty stinking gorgeous.
Oh, it is. And, yeah, when you wet it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I think we got a winner.
And I got called limb lambs. I got a bunch of these. That's the matching Bubinga limb lambs.
Is there like what would kind of go with it that's like a darker limb lamb? Because you can mix and match, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can. What would look good with
Bubinga?
I mean, I have dark stuff. I'm just trying to think of what would look good. This is Zero Cody, Landscape Zero Cody.
Zero Cody?
Yeah, that's a South American Mexican wood.
Okay.
Those would probably go pretty decent together.
And I love this. I don't know how that tree did that. That like I gotta get a close up on that. That is.
Yeah, no, that stuff is Zero Cody's It's just unbelievable because it looks like a landscape. I have guitars where it looks like mountains, you know, peaks and valleys and you know, like foothills there.
Yeah, and how does that look when it's wet? Is it pretty similar?
Yeah, that's going to darken.
Sorry to make you get everything all wet.
No, that's part of the whole process. This is not going to, but this one's not darkening up that much, so that's good because then you keep that contrast.
Yeah. I think that's that might be the winner, dude.
Let me show you. I'll show you what a piece looks like.
Like a finished?
Yeah, come on. Yeah. This, dude, right here. Here's landscape.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's what that stuff looks like.
Yeah, I think that's just a winner right there.
It's hard not to be. Yeah,
I mean, there's every single one of them is just.
Yeah.
They're all cool. It's way cool.
It's an endless option. Because
I'll probably end up with several.
You know, there's so. I mean, you can. Let me grab a piece of this because you can mix and match the riser if you wanted to go. Here's a piece. This one's not cleaned up, so it's not going to look as good as. But we could do. It's just dusty and dirty. Once we cut into them, everything cleans way up. This one's darker than you can. It won't be that dark once it's cleaned up. It's because it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Let's do that side instead. So if you wanted to do, say, the riser with center part Babinga, and then the outer accents with Zirconi, and then Zirconi on the limbs, and then all the accent pieces on the limbs, Babinga.
Back with the Babinga?
Yeah, so it ties everything back and forth together.
Yeah.
That would be a great look. Solid Babinga, you saw the one in there that was all this. That's a great look
that also,
too. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really comes down to just preference and what you want to do because it's never ending.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah.
One of the really cool things is don't need a bow press.
Yeah.
And pretty much everything you can do, people have been shooting bows essentially, maybe not quite as artistic and beautiful, but the main concepts of the bow are, this is it. This is how it was. I mean, maybe they didn't have they didn't have quarter pass shelf, and and they didn't have, it wasn't backed with glass, but it's the bones of it are the same. The same that it's been for over 10,000 years. Do you know that we've been shooting bows longer than we've domesticated dogs?
That one I did not know.
That's pretty wild to me.
That would kind of make sense. Because we were probably getting eaten by them.
Yeah.
Wolves and such. So. And
the different engravings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What options do you have for that?
Yeah, I'll show you. Let me put some of this stuff away. Get off the table. Right. And I add to them as much as I can. I just added a bunch of them. All these here. Eland, antelope. So bush buck and bush pig, giraffe. I just got a giraffe this last hunt. Red hartebeest, javelina, spring buck, water buck, blue wildebeest. This is what called clip springer. There's a red stag, fallow deer, black buck, caribou, moose, pig, wolf, mountain goat. I mean, you have quite a few of them there. So.
Is that a warthog or a boar? That one up.
That was a boar. That was just like a skull boar. Warthog is.
That's the warthog,
there's
right?
The warthog. Yeah. So yeah, we have quite a few, and always adding to them.
So, what's the process for setting up an order? How do I?
So then.
Do I go on a list?
Nope. No, we're caught up. So we're usually 6 to 8 weeks out on an order, depending on woods, because we got to depend on if we have to get a piece of wood that, or unless we already have woods. Most of the time we have everything in stock. Sometimes we have to get something, then we have to make sure it's dry to the proper point to be able to use it. I like, I like my stuff drier than 5%. So if we have everything, then yeah, we're probably 6-8 weeks out with the build. And really what we do is just go through, find out what you're looking for, what draw weight you're looking for, what length bow you want, and kind of discuss that, find out what works best for you. You guys, is a 62 inch right now, longbow? It's on the other side of the limb.
62.
Yep. Yeah, 62, and that's what you know what your draw length is?
28.
Okay.
On traditional, it's shorter than
Just yeah, usually you lose an inch on traditional. Now, and we measure true draw weight as opposed to AMO draw weight, because AMO is measured at the front of the riser, and every different bow company, the risers are different. They might be, that bow might be that thick.
Yeah.
So that front of the riser, doesn't make a lot of sense if you have a skinnier riser, because that throws everything off. We measure like you would do a compound. Now, as far as doing the order, we really what determines the bow model is going to be the woods that you're going to be using. What category woods you pick. Nice woods.
So it'd be a safari.
It'd be a safari. Yeah. And then we'd go through each little detail. So if you want the babinga, you want that to be the centerpiece with zero Cody accents. Then we'll go through and we'll pick the colors that you want in your stripes there, and I'll show you the different colors in that, and work our way all the way through from draw length, or your draw weight, bow length, and get something specifically set up for you. That'll be the way to go. And like I said, in a couple weeks you can always tell me. And what I'll do is I can tell you before I lay up the limbs. I'll get a hold of you and make sure that you want to stay there. And
who knows? I could want the same. I could want less.
You can change it. So before I do that, I can give you a call. Let's see. I'm just trying to find your number here. So that's going to look really good.
A couple of firsts.
Yeah.
That and then mix and match in the
the tracks.
The tracks
in the head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So no, that'll be that's gonna be pretty. So
I think the babinga, zero Cody, and then the walnut
maple.
Or maple.
Yeah, maple cores.
Instead of the bamboo. I remember the bamboo.
Yeah.
That one's easy to remember.
Yeah, everybody thinks they want bamboo. They always think they want, and it was always, I don't know why other Bowyers make an upcharge for it, because it's like.
Well, how expensive can bamboo be? It's a weed.
It just the process of getting it, how they have to make it, because they come in big panels like that over there. Those are bamboo panels there.
Oh wow,
and they're pressed and glued together. So there's a process of doing it. Whereas the maple, right? Maple's the back stuff against the glass right there.
Okay.
It grows on its own. You don't have to do anything other than cut it. To
process
it.
With the bamboo, is it not just sliced off of that hard stalk? Is it like pressed fibers?
Pressed fibers. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they separate the fibers and smash it together.
You actually just put a layer all together, go in the same direction, and just pressurize it.
They use some kind of adhesive or just pressure?
Yeah. No, they usually put a adhesive in it too. So, but yeah, I know. I always liked the maple. I found that usually the maple's a little bit quicker. It just really comes down to bow design, Something that the bamboo doesn't have is a lot of side to side strength. So this direction here,
Okay,
it's
like
very
twisting.
flexible, where the maple is going to be stiffer.
So will that resist limb twist?
It'll resist limb twist, and it will correct quicker too.
Okay.
I also put in carbon fiber in a carbon fiber in the core of everything. So
So they all do have some carbon fiber.
yeah, they get a carbon fiber core, and that helps with twist too. So
Yeah, because Steve was saying that like your limbs don't really twist.
yeah, so there's some carbon fiber, and so everything will get a core. I'll put it with the tape. This is the taper. You can see it starts thicker,
off.
and then so then that goes on top, and then that would go on top of that. And then depending weight-wise, then we would add another piece of weight lamb, which would be another piece to make up whatever thickness, because that's going to determine our draw weight. So yeah, you have a piece of that on top, piece of that on bottom, and then you have glass capping everything.
Sweet. Well, thanks for letting me. Thanks for letting me film it, and I know like that you get paid for these, but thanks for building me one too.
Oh yeah. No, hopefully this is everything you want. That's what we go for. We want what you have in your head, or it just to come out and
Well, I didn't really have any idea. Like there were so many options.
Yeah. There's it can get overwhelming, but you pick high-end stuff right off the bat. So I mean, it's not like you say, okay, I'll go with the like the hickory, the normal North American stuff. So here, curly hickory. It's still a beautiful wood. You can see that's a bee's winging. That's the figure in it. That's curl.
Okay.
And that's bee's wing.
Is that curl that's just on a different, the different?
It's because how this grew. You can see it had a twist to it. So when you cut, you can cut, like I said, flat. You can cut quartered, and then there's rift sawn. It's in between.
Okay.
And rift sawing, and that's what happens
It
here.
gives you that bee wing?
Because that twist, it'll bee's wing. Yeah, it'll take that curl and make it look like that. Hope you learned something.
I learned
and
so
hope
much today. Like,
and we'll.
what I remember is going to be a completely
That's
different
a
thing.
whole different. Yeah.
Yeah. But just
Well, you got it recorded, so you can always.
I'll sit there. And, yeah.
You can always go back and look at it.
I'll send you like the video when I'm.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'm pretty slow at editing, just because I have a life, and I also have a full-time job that is not edit. I'm a carpenter, so. I'm
up at 3 a.m.
Hey, me too.
Doing this, then I work a regular job, then I come home and I do this, and then my days off I do this.
Yeah.
But this is I'm 3 years away from my retiring, so I can do this full time. But even when I'm doing this full time, I still only want to build a certain amount. Because I want to do the stuff I want to do too.
Yeah. Well, ran out of footage, but I did get everything ordered. I actually have my bow back now. Very, very happy with it. But that's just a little look into the life of Bwana bows, and little look into the life of me editing. It's kind of a giant pain, so it is what it is, I guess.